Hello, this tutorial explains how to install Arma Reforger tools and how to synchronize it with Blender tools. First of all, you have to have the Arma Reforger video game installed, either its normal version or the experimental one. To install the Arma Reforger tools, go to the tick that says Games and a panel will pop up. Check the box where it says Tools, and then you will see all the tools in the game library. Now you must choose the regular Arma Reforger tools or the experimental version, depending on which version of the game you have installed. In my case, I have the regular version installed. Now just hit the Install button and wait. Select the drive where the tool will be installed. The process won't take long, just a few seconds. This message indicates that the tool has been installed. Click on Launch. A window will appear to open or create the projects. Click Add a Project and create a new project. Give it whatever name you want. The default path for project assets and Reforger Tools projects will be on the C drive under Documents/My Games/Arma Reforger Workbench. This is Enfusion Workbench. Here are all the tools. First, I will show how to open the world editor. It is the basis for importing assets. In the panel at the bottom left, you have to display the menu that says Arma Reforger. In this section, you need to find the Worlds section at the bottom and expand it. The Worlds section contains some default worlds, such as Arlen or Eden. The format of these files is .ent. Double-click on any entity, and the world will open. EmptyArland.ent is empty Arland with nothing, just the terrain. Hold down the right mouse button to move with the double V. You can also use a console controller. Now I will open Arlen completely without being empty. These are the basic options if you want to enter character mode and move around the world as if you were playing the game. Press the Escape key to exit character mode. Now we will learn how to synchronize Enfusion Workbench with the Enfusion Blender tools to work synchronously with both software. If it's been a while since this tutorial, you might want to check the wiki to see if there have been any changes. Remember to always use the version of Blender recommended by the wiki. I don't think I need to show you how to install Blender. Just go to their website, download the program, and install it. It has no secret. Let's assume you've already installed Blender. I already have it installed. The Enfusion Blender Tools plugin is located in the folder where you installed the Arma Reforger tools. They are in the Steam folder where the Steam games are installed. Plugins are installed through add-ons in Blender. In this case, it is a compressed zip file. Now that we know this, we just have to open Blender. In the Edit dialog, we have to go to Preferences. In the Add-ons section at the top right, you'll find the option to install add-ons. Select Install from Disk. Now find the path where you installed the Arma Reforger tools. As I said, they are in the Steam folder where you install the games. Inside the Reforger Tools folder, there's a Blender folder. When you open it, you'll find two compressed.zip files. Select only the one named Plugin. You can access the Reforger Tools folder from Steam if you're not sure how to find it yourself. Select only the one named Plugin. Click on Install from Disk. The add-on has been installed. Make sure the Enfusion Tools add-on checkbox is selected. Press the N key on your keyboard to display the Enfusion Tools menu. If they appear, it means that the add-on was installed correctly. Remember that this menu is always displayed with the N key on the keyboard. This is where the plugins will appear if you install others, such as a mesh generator to create collisions. We're not done yet. Now we have to go to the Enfusion Workbench and enable the bridge between Enfusion Workbench and Blender. Go to the Workbench option and select Options. In the Workbench window, go to the Workbench tick. Make sure Enable Net API is checked and that you have the default port set. If you intend to use TXA Exporter and want to use Reforger Library of Animation Export Profiles, it is also necessary to set up Export Profile folder. Go back to the Blender folder in Reforger Tools where the two zip files were. And unzip the data file. Go back to the Add-ons section of Preferences and expand the Enfusion Blender Tools menu. In this section, expand the TXA menu. In the Export Profiles folder, look for the Anims folder and select it. With this, we would have already installed the Enfusion tools and synchronized them with Blender. Close Blender and Enfusion Workbench and open them again. Check that the Enfusion add-on in Blender is checked in the Blender Preferences and that it is moved with the N key. For synchronization between Blender and Enfusion Workbench, both applications have to be open. Now I'm going to do an example of synchronization with this free asset. I'll leave the links in the comments or in the video description. The asset is in Blender file format, so I will have to first export it from Blender in .fbx format and then import it to Enfusion Workbench. This is the process to export the file in .fbx format. After exporting the asset in FBX format, open the Arma Reforger tools. In our project folder, we are going to create a new folder for the assets. Inside the Assets folder, I will create a specific folder for this exported asset. I will call it Wall. Now drag the exported asset in .fbx format to the Wall folder of Enfusion Workbench and wait for it to tell you that the registration was successful. Click on the asset to make it run in Workbench. It shows the parameters, and it is necessary for asset synchronization with Blender. Now I'm going to put the textures. The problem is that Enfusion Workbench needs to pack some additional elements of the textures, like roughness, but I'll leave that for another video, as you need another program like Adobe Substance 3D to do that packing process. AO also has to be packed, which is why it has not been imported. When importing textures, Enfusion Workbench converts them directly into .eds format. Now all we have to do is select the asset and click on the ball in Materials. In BCR Map, we will select the texture with color that has been converted to .eds format. This is also where the packed roughness is supposed to go. As you can see, the asset is now textured with color. It is no longer just a mesh. In Normal Map, we will select the blue texture, called Normal Map Texture. These textures are the ones that provide depth. Here we would also pack other things like AO and metalness in the same image. I should have packed with the Normal Map the AO image that was in textures, and that has not been imported. But well, that is not the reason of this tutorial. We will now open the World Editor. We open a map like the Arlen map. Remember to open the ENT file. To import the asset, just drag it from the Enfusion Workbench into the game map. It's very simple. Now I'm going to try to place the asset so you can see the basic controls. As you can see, the asset has no collisions. In another video, I will explain how to create them in Blender, how to inject them through Blender, and how to activate them in Enfusion. Collisions will also cause bullet decals to be marked, which are the effects left on a surface after a shot is fired. Now that we have the asset in the World Editor and in the Workbench, we're going to synchronize some new elements from Blender. To sync properties from Blender, the asset must have already been registered in the Workbench and converted into an .xob file. When we import an asset in FBX format, Enfusion Workbench automatically converts it to DexOB, so that's already happened with our asset. Synchronization between Blender and Enfusion Workbench occurs by acting as a bridge between the XOB file and the .fbx file. The default path for project assets and Reforger Tools projects will be on the C drive under Documents/MyGames/Arma Reforger Workbench. Now we will start the synchronization. With the Workbench open, we will look for the asset folder with all its files, mainly the XOB and the FBX. We will open Blender and create a general scene. We will open the Enfusion tools with the N key on the keyboard. We will open the Material Tools and Quick Export option. In Material Tools, we're going to import the XOB file generated when we imported the FBX asset into the Workbench. As I mentioned, that folder is located by default in the Documents path, My Games, and Arma Reforger Workbench. It's the default path for projects when we create one, although we can create a custom path when creating the project, and it will be different. As you can see, the export option in Quick Export has been enabled. Now I'll drag the original .fbx asset we dragged to the Workbench into Blender. This is in the same folder as the .xob. It's the same asset, but they're different files since Enfusion works with XOB files, but it allows conversion from FBX to XOB. I'm going to create some meshes and export them to Workbench so you can see how they sync from Blender to Workbench. I'm going to place the two windows of the two softwares so that you can see at the same time how the assets are transferred from one software to the other. To transfer assets from Blender to Workbench, just click on Quick Export and wait. A progress bar will appear in the Workbench indicating the asset transfer. Upon completion, it will inform us whether it was successful or not. In Blender, we can see any errors with the assets in the warning label. Asset transfer is also executed in the World Editor if the asset has been placed. Now I'm going to continue making changes so you can see how the changes occur when transferring assets. Actually, we'd already have both programs synced, so I think that's it. I hope this video helps. In an upcoming video, I'll show you how to create collisions with colliders. I hope you have a wonderful day. If this has been helpful, a thank you comment is always appreciated. See you. 修好将来也会坏，有的比是不可免，心境放难真自在，手间放肆时常有坏，修到不是的于是，时间早晚会证明，心静心才最真实。 菩提，菩提自性本清净，用自性觉了成佛。道即自性本清净，用自性觉了成佛。道是觉悟清净心，平等不动心无波。我们修方亦如此。 修好将来也会坏，有的比是不可免。
心境方能真自在。修剪房子时常有怀，受到不实的允许，时间早晚会证明，心境方能真自在。不高兴无挂碍，无愁无怀无得失，心中无罪自在，心境平等心不灭啊。道心无挂碍，无愁无怀无得失，心中无罪自在，心境平等心不